Welcome to Schneider Time. Today, let's talk about climbing. So 2 days ago, I was helping out at the community night here in town. The school throws it. It's a nice night. They have science experiments, and the school invites community members to bring to have tables and do cool stuff. And my church was asked to bring our bounce houses, our inflatables and stuff. And so I figured, okay, I'm a teacher, and my church needs help, so I'll whatever. It's all my worlds colliding. So there we go. So I'm working in a bouncer, and it's a slide. And it's a really tall slide. It's like 25, 30 feet up. So it's about to here on me. And I'm at the ladder trying to help, controlling the line, making sure one kid goes up at a time and they're climbing up the ladder. And yeah, I'm standing there. I don't work with little kids a lot because little kids are frightened of me. I'm not sure why. Perhaps they think that I am an ogre. And perhaps you don't realize it's true. No, I don't know. I don't know. Little kids just they don't get my jokes, which is fine because neither do big kids. But also, I'm not great with little kids. I'm not super patient. But I was trying my best because the little kids they're to have fun, and it's a fun night. Well, I realized pretty quickly most kids cannot climb this ladder. This ladder. Up the inflatable is not a real ladder. It's a inflatable ladder. That's part of the inflatable. I'll show you a picture here. And it's bouncy. It's wobbly. The steps can't support both feet at once. If you put one foot on there, you can push up. If you put 2 feet on there, you're going to slide back down. I can't tell you how many kids face planted. I can't tell you how many kids face planted on their way up one time. It was tragic. And I found myself having to coach these kids. Keep going, you got it, 1 foot at a time, skip that step, go, pull yourself up, you got it. And that's not my nature. I'm not the shout out, encouraging things. Not that I want to discourage kids. You suck, gravity wins, haha. I mean, I'm not trying to do that either. I'm not one for shouting aloud in public. I talk loud, and so people think, oh, he likes to shout out in public. I don't. I like to talk at a loud volume. I don't like to raise my voice in public. I feel uncomfortable about it. I don't know why. That's my thing, and whatever. So I found myself most of the night trying to encourage these kids, trying to help them get up this inflatable ladder so they could go down the slide. And I had a few thoughts. First of all, you guys in your lives should try and find someone who can encourage you. That's not always easy. Finding a good encourager is not always easy. But what can be easier, or at least can be as important, is to get rid of people who are discouragers. Okay? If there's somebody in your life who keeps telling you what you can't do, then maybe it's time to move on. Now, there are times as a parent or as a teacher, I've had to tell kids what they can't do. I'm going to be a basketball player in the NBA. Well, bud, you're 15 years old and you're 4 foot tall. It's still possible, but it's unlikely. I want you to make sure you pass, history class. Okay? I don't want to tell kids what they can't do, but I want kids also realistically evaluate themselves and know, do I have the talents? Do I have the willpower? Do I have the drive to do this thing? That's not what I'm talking about. There's some people who, no matter what you do, no matter what you want to do, they'll tell you you can't. They'll discourage you. And it may not be as simple as like, oh, you can't do that. It may be something a little more along the lines of, oh, are you sure? Do you want to do that? It doesn't seem like something you want to do. And they're just they're weighing you down with self-doubt and discouragement. You don't need those people in your lives. Maybe they're people like family you can't really, cut out of your life, but you need to learn to not listen to them and to counterbalance their negative influence with positive influence, which can be hard. And sometimes you need a little bit of positive self-talk. It's just taking time. You can talk to yourself if you want to. I don't like doing that per se. Sometimes it means just sitting down with a notebook and a pen and writing down, like, what have you achieved? What are your victories? And sometimes you might have to reach your way back. Maybe you've had a real rough patch, but who cares? Write down the things that you've succeeded at, things you've achieved. If you're not good at math and you passed math, boom, put that. Okay, guys, I've talked before about my ugly duck, my duck painting, and it's a victory for me. Is it ugly? Yes. Is it stupid? Yes. But I did it, and I'm still proud of that. And it's been almost 25 years since it's been like, wow, it's been like 23 years. I'm old. At any rate, it's a victory for me. So those are things you got to put in your life. Like, you know what? I did that. I can do this. Okay, that's one thing. Two, life is hard. Life can be a lot of fun. Life can be full of joy, full of beauty. Life can be full of pain. Life can be full of discomfort. Life can be full of agonizing defeat. I can't tell you how many people. I'm saying a lot today. I'm sorry, guys. We're getting heavy, and I haven't done one of these in a long time. I'm going to try and get more regular at this, so I apologize for all the ums. I got a lot of people in my life right now going through a lot of health issues. I'm not going to dig into it because this is my YouTube channel, not theirs, and I don't want to put their lives out there for you guys, but it's scary. It is so difficult. It is so, it's unimaginably frightening, the things that can go wrong in life. Jobs can go away. Relationships can fail. Your body can fail. And your mind can begin to betray you. And so many things can go wrong. But ultimately, keep climbing. Climbing up with difficulty is the worst thing in the world, except for falling down. Don't give up. Don't let go of the ladder. Don't fall backwards. Lean forward, lean into it, and try and get through it the best you can. If you need help, ask for it. It's not like I can tell. We had a person at the top of the ladder. We had two people up there. They took turns, and they were helping kids the last steps if they needed it. And a lot of kids needed it. Some kids needed it the first time, not the second. Sometimes kids needed it the second time, not the first time. Because first time, excitement got them up there. Second time, they're a little more tired and they needed a little more help. Who cares when you need help? Who cares why you need help? If you need help, get help. Just keep climbing. The first video I did back when the pandemic was kind of not its first phases for us, and we were starting school with a hybrid schedule, and it was a little bit nerve-wracking. I told a story about a parachutist, and I'll go ahead and tell it again. But quickly, there was this parachute school, and this guy was going into it was like a real school. It's like you go, you get trained, you jump. It was parachuting company, and this guy was going in to jump, and the parachute instructor is going through this strap does this, and this does this, and this does this, and he says to them, okay, so when you jump out of the plane, you pull your main cord, all right? And it's going to deploy. It's going to work. Your chute's going to pop out, and you're going to be fine. If it doesn't, you're going to go to this cord here. It's your backup chute, okay? You're going to pull that. It's going to deploy, and you'll be fine, okay? If it doesn't, you go back to that main cord, and you just keep pulling it. And you keep pulling it until it deploys or until it doesn't matter anymore. And he said, I don't care how fast you're falling. I don't care how close you are to the ground. If you're going to hit the ground, I want to see you pulling the ripcord the whole way down. Okay? Guys, life can be tough, and there are difficult moments, and you might fall on your face climbing that ladder a number of times. But keep climbing. Keep pulling the ripcord. Don't give up. Giving up that's the failure, right? Falling down, yeah, it's okay. It's a failure. It's a mistake, right? It's not what you're supposed to do, but it's part of a learning process. It's part of a climbing process. And sometimes there's consequences. You fall on your face, you're going to hurt your face. You make a mistake, you might lose a job. But it's part of a learning process, and you can recover, you can rebuild, you can move on. The only point at which the ability to move on, the ability to grow, the ability to redo things is taken away is when you give up and you stop climbing. So don't stop. Keep climbing, keep moving. Eventually you'll get there. You're going to learn a lot along the way. You might get a lot of bumps and bruises along the way. It might be a tough journey. It might take you longer than others, but you'll get there if you just keep climbing. That's it, guys. Have a good day. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.